So if you're modeling other people's content, there's always content available if you found something that you know a lot of people are interested in that topic. Is that making sense? So if I have a mega niche and I search for something, even if I don't come up with my own idea, I can still look on YouTube and be like, okay, this is trending, this is trending. Is that making sense? So I love doing all of that, like design, graphic, that's my thing. And I enjoy the creative process of things. How many of you guys think after creating so many videos for Master's channel and for Imverse, you will know what works and what doesn't work? For example, if I sit here and make a video and say 3 tips to grow your social media, I know I will have a hard time editing the video, right? It's because I know I was not engaging enough in my camera setup. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It just means I have a lot of editing work to do. Because I need to crop in, crop out. I need to put like flashing words, overlays, music, transition, right? So when I look at the two things, what saved me more time? In-camera engagement saves me more time because I can cut the beginning and cut the end and upload the thing, right? Editing takes so much longer. So this is why, let's just talk a little bit about the setup. Is that okay with everyone? Yes? I'm going to give you guys an idea of a pro setup. Okay, so that it will work with everyone's budget, as I said at the beginning. So how can you guys make it work? If we look at a pro setup, let's say, for example, you are set here, your idea of a pro setup should be your wall, okay, your backdrop, whatever it is in the background. It could be your bed, anything, right? Your idea here is to be as far away as possible from your backdrop. Does anyone know what happens when the wall is further away? Anyone knows? Impression of depth, yes. So it has to do with the depth of field. So basically, when you are further away and you're on camera, have yourself on focus, the background starts blurring more. So it looks more pro. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? And if you have an iPhone, for example, you can put on, if you're filming with your iPhone, cinematic mode that will also blur out the background. That helps to make it look more pro. Okay, so, but also if you don't have an iPhone, if you just use a camera, the further you're away from the wall, the more blurred it becomes. How many of you guys have seen, like, for example, like interviews where people are getting recorded and you have that person fully on focus and everything in the back is more blurred, sorry, right? It just makes it look a little bit more pro. So I encourage everyone, it doesn't matter if you do content in your apartment, in your kitchen, it depends on what type of video and what feeling you want to convey with your audience. If you're, let's say, for example, a vlogger and showing your daily life, do we have any vloggers here? By the way, right? So then let's say you show your daily life and you have like just a chat with the people every single day, you have a chat with them. So one day you record yourself in the bathroom. Why is that good? Because it gives a personal feeling to people. Doesn't make sense to you. So But still, if you are recording inside your bathroom, you want to still be trying to move as far away from the wall as possible. You know, and then what I would do, the next step here, you guys can write this down, is I would get some backlight. And your cheapest way to do it is an LED uplighter, okay? You can't really see it here, but if I need to pull it up, no, okay? Actually, here in the background, if I'm sitting, you will see it because I'm standing. You can't see it, but we have here like an LED uplighter. Maybe if I can you see a difference. Can you guys see a difference a bit? Yeah. So that is what we're using, and it's very cheap. We're talking around like $20 or something. You know? Ooh, my eyes. I looked straight into the into the light, right? So you want to have some LED uplighter. It's called LED uplighter. Yeah, you can't really see it here. Oh, sorry, LED. There we go. So backlight, because you want to have some backlight in order to help you to distinguish yourself from the background. Like these uplighters, by the way, you can also change the color, so you can change the mood, so you can change, like here you have all the different colors, so you can change the mood of the room. So it's pretty cool, and it makes you look more pro than having no backlight. Okay. Now, if we talk about pro setup, you got something that we call a 3-point lighting. It's not really required, okay, but I share it with you guys anyway. So anyone who feels like they want to include that, you can do that. So what you want to create is, if you want to have a pro setup, you're looking at one light on each side. Okay, so that's why we say 3-point light. So you have one light here. So let me try to show you on the flip chart. Okay, oops. So this is you. No, sorry. This is your wall. Okay, this is you. And then you have one light. Let me show you in a different color. You have one light here, and you have one light on the other side, basically, okay? Which would be also on top. Okay. So the idea of doing this here, this will be my key light. It's called key light. And this is usually the brightest light that I have. And you want to make sure if you have that light, it will drop down a little bit. So it will be like basically like over here, over your head. And by the way, during SIA, for those of you who are going to join us, I will actually share with you guys the different links and stuff that, so you guys can get the right equipment for yourself, okay? So you got a key light right here. And why does it drop down from one side? It's because it creates a little bit of a shadow on the other side. You guys get what I'm saying here, yeah? And that's how a lot of different professional, like, have you guys ever seen like interviews and TV shows, like you see that one side is a little bit darker than the other side? Right? So they got this one, which is the stronger light, and then this right here is called the fill light. So what is the purpose of the fill light? Okay, I can write it down for you guys actually. So you have the key light and you have the fill light. Okay. So this fill light will not be as bright as the one on this side. It gives just a little bit of light so that you're not like patchy or something here and completely like black out. So this will be like a fill light. Like I'm going to tell you guys how you guys can also do the cheap version of this, okay? And then above that, above your hat, you have something that we call a hair light. Okay, a hair light. So you here have a hair light. Okay, everybody's following so far, yeah? Okay, beautiful. So if you want to have a pro setup, you add the hair light around here. Does anyone know what the hair light does? It makes you like pop out from the background. Same as like a little bit of the light up your hair. Hair light, it's called hair light. Okay. It makes you like pop out from the background even more. So you can like have a defined cut out from the background. So you just don't blend in with the background. Are you guys get what I'm saying here? Yes? So you got multiple ways to do this, by the way. And there's actually a cheap way to do this. If you guys have a window, for example, on the left, this is my left anyway. If you have a window on the left, this can act as your fill light. Okay? Make sure you guys write this down. So if I have a window on my left and I put a light towards my right to be my key light, and by the way, I just want to share with you guys, these like LED table lamps will be more than sufficient. You can buy all these pro camera equipment and all of that stuff. But if you're just starting out, I recommend you guys like LED lamps is more than efficient, or a ring light. How many of you guys have a ring light at home, right? If you have that, that works. And again, it's only like the desk lamps and something are like 20 to 30 bucks. It's very cheap. The ring light is a little bit more than that. Right? So right now, even myself, I'm not doing a 3-point setup. In Master's YouTube channel, this is where we always have a 3-point setup. We always have a hair light. We always have a fill light. We always have a key light. Right? So because on a Zoom call, really, I don't really need to give that kind of mood. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? So what I do as my backlight, I just have some LED lights that already separates me from the background. I have a light in front of me, which is also, by the way, a ring light. And it's sufficient enough. And a lot of people buy this pro stuff, but it's actually not required. It depends on how pro you want to go. But this is more than sufficient and enough for what you need right now, really. And another thing you could do is, as I said, you can also have a ring light, LED lamps, that works. Okay. By the way, once I have a setup, as a rule of thumb, we never have our back to the window. Okay. Never do that. Why? Because you have so much backlight in front of you and behind you. And it doesn't really work. You need to have like those really high voltage lights that can like create so much light that you will still be lit up and the picture will look nice and clean. So don't have your back towards the window. I guess some people like to like sometimes when they have a nice view to show it, but what happens when you have backlight? It's like you all of a sudden it's like all blurry and dark. It doesn't look good. Okay, and by the way, if you don't have so much, if you don't have any lights, it's still okay to shoot. That shouldn't be your excuse not to create content, because I would just shoot in daylight or outside. But it's still important here to create some depth. Okay, and one thing I will say here, by the way, for everyone, make sure you tidy up your bedroom, okay? Don't have your underwear or things like hanging around. I mean, unless that's your thing, kind of, or your pattern interrupt, right? So the easiest way usually we do is find a wall, light up the wall, add some plants. That's it, right? That's your most simple way of creating your setup, really. How many of you guys have seen Master's setup, for example? It doesn't matter if in the house or usually it's like light, flip chart, light there from the front, and a plant. That's it, right? Now, your only other factors you are thinking now is, what are you going to do with your picture quality? So now that we dealt with some light, you got only your picture quality. So camera and mic left. Is that making sense? It's only camera, light, and sound. These are the three things that we need to deal with whatever you are doing. So when it comes to your camera, your cheapest thing will be obviously probably your phone. And right now, let me tell you something, it's more than enough for you. Okay, the next SIA, we will go through all these other pro stuff if you want that. But to be honest, your phone is efficient enough. Okay, and the general rule for some of you that don't actually know is this way you film shorts. This way you film mid and long form content. Okay, this is very important. Short, mid form content. Okay. Now, if, for example, you have a channel that creates art, okay, you're creating art or you're cooking, usually what would be a great setup for you is you have a camera set up that is looking down. Is that making sense? So you can show what you're actually doing. So also have that in mind. Depending on what kind of niche you are in, you want to change your setup, because this setup is not for every niche. So what you need to do is you need to watch other big channels and see what they are doing, then need to adjust your lighting, because obviously you will not light up 3 points. You don't need a hair light. So you want to light up probably from down, from up, so people can see it. Okay. So two things that I recommend here for everyone is just use your phone. And the second thing is, I tell you what always saves the time. How many of you guys like to save time here, by the way? Okay, let me tell you something. It's because I know myself. And I used to be a perfectionist. And it becomes a problem. Because recording a video and then your setup is not perfect, then you don't want to record the video, and then it takes too much time, and then you don't have enough time, and then you end up procrastinating. It's really weird like that, right? You know, how many of you guys, I don't know, maybe you go to your desk at work or at home, and then your desk is too messy, and then instead of working, you start tidying up your desk first because you're like, I can't work in that environment. How many of you guys ever did that before, right? I mean, that becomes a problem. And because I know myself, and all of us here, or a lot of us here and at Ironverse are content creators, and or having Zoom recording, Zoom calls. And what we have here is we have 4 different setups inside the office, right? So we have the Zoom room. That's one setup. Then we have the stage. We have a podcast room, and we also have the office. And let me tell you something. In every of them, you have the light, you have the mic. You don't have to first pull and create the setup. Is that making sense? So that helps you to just make sure that you stay consistent with your content, really. And by the way, here what I'm using right now is a Logitech Brio. It's a webcam. It's no professional camera. How many of you guys think this is sufficient enough? It's good enough. You guys can see me nice and clear, right? And what you can do here, the good thing about this is what you can do is you can plug your laptop in. So if I'm going to show you guys. I hope I'm not going to ruin this. So here, I can just plug this into my laptop. Then I have the camera right here, okay? And now I have also my mic here already, and I can start recording. And I can open up my photo booth on my Air MacBook. And then I can just start recording, and I can directly upload it to YouTube, right? It's easy and simple, right? So now we have the mic. This is the second thing. We have the mic. You want to put, by the way, you want to make sure that your mic, if your mic is further away, you will have more background noise. This mic is obviously a little bit different, but if you have like any mic that you clip on yourself, or even like those podcast mics, you want to make sure that you are closer to them. And let's say you don't want to use this kind of mic, because not everybody wants to look like a podcast interviewer. What you can use is a lapel mic. You guys know lapel mics? Those are the ones, it's from Rode. You can just clip them on, right? So, and then the good thing about that is you can just walk around the room, and like the sound, like, and it doesn't, wherever you go, it's just the sound is good. Again, as I'm saying that, next SIA, all the links and everything needs to be used will be shared during SIA. And obviously, as things are evolving, we add different things to it. How many of you guys have seen that new thing from DJI? It's like that really cool camera, and it's so stabilized that you can run and your video will look like super clean. It's so good. Like, it's so amazing. We have it here at the office. Like, I'm just fascinated by that. That's like a little thing that you can like walk around and create. It's so good. And you don't need to use like a gimbal or something that is really, really heavy. How many of you guys know what a gimbal is, by the way, before? You know, so no. So gimbal is basically, you put it on the camera, you create usually B-rolls with it. So to have those smooth videos. How many of you guys seen that before? Like for running, for example, yes. Because if you run and you just hold the camera in your hand, what happens? Video gets really shaky. So you use a gimbal to make sure it's very like clean and nice and smooth, you know. But with that new DJI tool, I forgot the name of the camera, but with that one, you can just like walk it in your hand. It's not heavy at all. It's great to use. So if anyone considers that as well and wants to create B-rolls, that's also a great tool. Okay. So what I want you guys to do here, because I know a few of you just starting out, so I would like for you to think of your setup already that you want to use in future. So that's something you can use just right away. A clip-on mic, by the way, works also with the phone. So if you have a clip-on mic, you can connect it also with your phone. Or you can have something that is called a shotgun mic, like a boom mic. And it will be your cheapest one. And with that, you can also attach the cable, open up the video and start recording. Is a light needed? No, that's what I said. So you can also just use daylight if you don't have any light. But I do recommend everyone, if you want to shoot also during the night or during the evening, to get yourself like a ring light. What is a B-roll? A B-roll is, so there's A roll, which is your talking shots. So when I talk to the camera, that is called my A rolls. My B rolls are all the other videos that I just try to transition to kind of like tell the story. Is that making sense? So yeah, that's my A roll, my B roll. Okay, so your phone, usually your phone captures sound from, how many of you guys know when you have your phone, we're recording with your phone, the sound, what happens, the sound will be captured from everywhere. Okay, but if you're using a mic, it directly, here we go, directly captures the sound right from your mouth. Is that making sense? So only what you're saying is being focused. Okay. So that's the mic, the camera, the light. That's basically everything, especially at the beginning, that you need. So if I was you, or if you like anything like Master or myself, a little bit of a perfectionist, you would just create a go-to set. Like the set is just always there. And that will help you to not procrastinate. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, very good. So, you know, and here, even in the Zoom room, what you can do, if you want to, you can be like, Okay, we can just do like a more of a sitting kind of video, more chilling. You guys saw me sitting down, so we have like a desk that you can like pull down. There you go. You know, then I can just push the flip chart away, for example, and then when I'm teaching, I can just put it up again, right? And I bring my flip chart back. And then it looks more of a professional teaching setup, right? So you want to create those kind of things so it makes it easier for you to create content and you don't procrastinate, really. Okay, and one more thing, guys, is that go-to setups. If you have a go-to setup that you always have it within your videos, it helps to build relationship with the people. Okay, people always think, oh, let me just put this video out. Oh, let me do that. What kind of background can I do? Let me just tell, you know, but let me tell you something. People love a sense of familiarity. Do you understand what I'm saying? If they always go to that same kitchen of yours, to the same office of yours, they feel like that they are your friend. Does it make sense? So they feel like they know you. If you have like two sets at your home, maybe in your kitchen or wherever, you know, where there's enough space for you, you know, and then some other times you take your phone with you and you maybe go inside your car. And then your subscriber, your audience will be like, oh, we are going somewhere else today. It's a surprise effect, kind of. You know, because let me tell you something, the way you build relationship directly reflects of the amount of monetization you will get in the back end. It directly reflects. So your goal is when you're creating content, let me tell you something, a lot of people create pro content. And let me tell you something, not anyone can just like be like, okay, at the end, have that, build that relationship with their audience. So when they are selling something that everyone will buy it, no matter how many followers. Because you need to understand when people are buying something, they only buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So who will they know, like, and trust the most? When you create content and you act like you are their best friend, I mean, think about it. What room does your best friend go in? Usually it's like your living room, your bedroom, whatever. They feel like, oh, wow, I am in their bedroom. Oh, you switched to your car, right? Sometimes they feel like they know you even more. Your dining room, your study room, really good. And it will reflect in your monetization, your backend. And anytime you feel like, you know, for example, I don't know, you decide like for maybe you have some merchandise or anything else that you want to sell, it will sell out so much faster once you hit monetization. That's the multi monetization that we were talking about, right? Do you guys remember when you sell a product? It's like people will just buy it because they know you, they like you. You know? But sometimes when you create like these pro content and you have like those TV shows where everything is like perfect and there's everything, how many of you feel like it's like a little bit of like divide? It creates a bit of a divide as well. You know? Obviously, I mean, if you're looking for that kind of vibe, that's okay to do that. So these next week, until we are starting SIA, for especially those that are joining, you can have a look already. What is that you want to do? What kind of vibe do you want to create for the people, you know? So obviously you will also get the full recording, so you can just start setting up your channel, and then a few months later, after the event, you are already ahead. You see, so if you are already starting out now, and then when the event starts, you will be already ahead. So also that means we can go into more advanced techniques. Okay, are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Yes. Okay, beautiful. So what are we going to do as well today before we finish off with the thumbnails that I will share with you? Actually, I want to share a little bit more than just a thumbnail. But before we do this, I just want to give an opportunity to someone is asking for the registration link for SIA. Maybe you can send it privately. And it's totally fine. The team can send it. So I just want to go into a little bit of Q&A for all the people that are VIP, so we can ask them questions. By the way, we do have a bonus session, so please write this down. Will happen on Wednesday, also 5 p.m. Dubai time. Okay, so next Wednesday. So we will be doing a little bit of like live coaching, some leftovers that we didn't get through in those 5 days. We still have YouTube analytics to talk about. So please make sure you guys write this down inside your calendar. Wednesday, 5 p.m., the upcoming Wednesday. Okay. And the second thing is there is a link to the Telegram group. If you guys didn't join yet, I will encourage everyone to save that. Maybe the team can drop that Telegram link. Because basically that is something where we share hacks and strategies and new features. It's completely for free. It's just so you guys can stay connected and just have some new information. So sometimes maybe also if we have anything coming up, you might not get the email or something. So you guys can make sure you get all new information over there in the Telegram group. So if you haven't already joined, please feel free to join. It's a gift from our side as well. Okay. So now what we can do, yes, the question will be available and recorded as well. We can take some questions. I'm just gonna go down again. Why choose Wednesday? Why not? There we go. And the link is inside the chat. There we go. What do you do with the light when recording in the car? Usually I would recommend everyone to record daylight inside your car, but there are also lights that you can put next to your phone to get some lighting. Is it on March? No, it's this upcoming Wednesday. That is the 28th. Okay, you guys can drop your questions. You can also raise your hand. We will take some questions now, and then we will also finish off with some thumbnails at the end, okay? And every other question that we not get to answer, we can do that on the bonus session. Is that okay for everyone? Yes? Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna start. You guys can just raise your hand, virtual hand, or you can drop it inside the chat, however you feel most comfortable with. Okay. What's your opinion on Chinese channel and English? Oh my God, English channel. Should we do separate channel? Okay, a good question with me. So if you have, if you speak 2 languages, for example, and you want to create content, I usually recommend to say you want to have one channel that sticks to one language. Why is that? Is because you are creating an audience. If you just have like English, Chinese, those people who only speak English won't be able to understand some of your videos if you do a remix. Also, the algorithm isn't quite aware whom to show your content. Is that making sense? Because it's not defined on who you're speaking to. So if you want to have a different language, then you should do it a separate channel. But I feel like at the moment, it depends on what kind of niche you also have, but Chinese channel, every Chinese channel that's happening here, like at Ironverse that we heard of or that from our community is just blowing up. I was even thinking like, let me just learn Chinese. Like I was like, what's going on here? But it doesn't mean every channel will blow up. I'm just saying that I just realized, I don't know, maybe, you know, Chinese language is in favor. Shante is asking, is there a best length for a short? It depends on the video and how long you can keep for attention. But I've seen on Instagram, for Instagram, it's very, very short. So maybe like 5 seconds to 10 seconds video where you create a loop and then you refer people to the caption, and then your caption is really long, is working really well. Because why is that? Is because people are replaying your video while in the background while they are reading your caption. So it will give you a lot of views and watch time, and that will obviously help you the video to be pushed out to more people. What I've seen on YouTube Shorts is usually 30 seconds, under 30 seconds is doing really well. I feel like everything above even 40 seconds, 50 seconds is not really required. I would keep it under 30 seconds because people are watching shorts like this. So if it's shorter and you get to the point much faster, it helps. How often should you upload on TikTok, Insta, or YouTube Shorts? Okay, now on YouTube, it's more about the consistency than about posting every day. So if you decide, so YouTube will track it. If you decide to post every Tuesday and every Thursday at this time, then YouTube expects you to post every Tuesday and every Thursday. Now for shorts, I would recommend, if you can, because it's only a 30-second video, to do it daily. Or at least, because I said, how many of you guys remember when I said that if you're just starting out with a channel, you want to have content that is mid-form and short form? How many of you guys remember that? So what I would do is, for example, if you post 2 times in a week mid-form content, on the other days you can post shorts content. Is that making sense? So it's more about the consistency on YouTube, because once you decide to post 4 times in a week YouTube shorts, you want to continue to post 4 times in a week, because YouTube has to feel like that you are a serious content creator, because obviously the amount of money you can make on YouTube and monetize is much higher than on any other platform. So YouTube is like, I'm not going to pay you until I know you are serious and you are going to actually make sure that people are staying on my platform. Is that making sense? So that is why that. Now on Insta, same thing. A lot of people say daily post, but actually it's also more about quality than just quantity. If you're posting daily, but every post of you is not really, you don't have a niche, you don't know who you're speaking to, you didn't think of like the viral video template that we shared on day 2, you didn't have a pattern interrupt, and you're just posting daily and you're not seeing any change, then your daily posting will not help you. But if you, for example, say I post 3 times a week and I'm being consistent with it, then you want to put, but if you do that on Instagram, it's really important that you keep up with the quality. So I would rather than you just posting every day, I would rather recommend you to post 3 times a week, but then when you post 3 times a week, you make sure those videos are really good. Is that making sense? And by the way, 3 times to 5 times a week is actually a good standard. If you post 3 times to 5 times, you want to have 3 posts that are reels, and the other 2 can be a carousel or a picture post. Okay? Are you guys writing those things down? Yes? I'm going too fast. On TikTok, same as basically a little bit like Insta. We've seen that on TikTok you can go viral. Like TikTok is really a platform you're just starting out and you feel like I want to reach people like right away and kind of boost your confidence, if you do content that is based on the audience, like TikTok allows you to just like, even if you're just a content creator that has like few followers on TikTok, your video will like blow up and reach like multiple thousands of views if it's something that is trending. That's the thing on TikTok. A lot of the things that are trending, if you have a certain team, if you're like very consistent throughout your videos, or you have a series like of this is happening today, this is happening tomorrow, or you see a lot of like young girls like get ready with me and then they talk about funny stories or whatever. They keep it very engaging, and like people who are very entertaining are usually very good on TikTok as well. But that, again, it doesn't mean you have to post daily videos. Okay. All right. I hope I answered your question, Shante. It says Safari cannot open it because the address is invalid. Maybe Vivian, try with a different browser. But if the team can check if the link is actually working. Thank you so much. George, why not German channel? Are you speaking now to me? Like, I'm not saying, you can create a German channel, of course, but you just have more people that speak English. That's, yeah. Again, yeah. What's the best time and to post? Okay, it depends. Again, different platforms, it depends. There's so much that depends. So like, let's have YouTube. Okay, let's take YouTube. First of all, if you don't have created any content yet, it doesn't really matter what time you post. There are a few days though that are working better, which are Saturday and Sunday, because usually all over the world, kind of, Saturday and Sundays, usually people are not working. Is that making sense? So Saturday and Sundays are really good days. After that, you have usually Tuesday and Thursdays, which are good days as well. Now, best time, again, it depends on which demographic you want to hit. It depends on also where you are based yourself. So these things play a role. What I would recommend everyone, what we usually say, is post at 8 a.m. your time, or depending on which demographic you want to hit. And how many of you guys remember when I was speaking about it yesterday, I think, when I said that YouTube has a 3 to 5 hours delay of showing your video, of pushing it out. You can see that in your analytics under impressions. You will see by the time YouTube tests your video, basically. So what YouTube does is they will put out your video to a certain amount of people. Then based on your click-through rate, they will say, okay, some people clicked on it, let me put it out to more people. So that is your impression. You can see based on your impression, your click-through rate will be shown on your analytics, right? So based on that, you will, after some time of posting, you will have some more analytics that YouTube is showing you, like, hey, your subscribers, they are most active at this time on this day. And then based on that, you can obviously make sure that you change your timing or even your days. But as a rule of thumb is best day is really Saturday and Sunday. I'm looking at personal growth as I'm a coach for my mega niche, but I can't seem. Personal growth, Vashini, what exactly, like, what are you teaching exactly? Because personal development is like one of the biggest mega niches, and it's very, very, very trendy as of now, because everybody wants just to change their life, especially at the beginning of the year. So it's very trendy as of now. I see. Thank you. Happened to me. Is the channel name important? Not really. It really, like, I would always say to you guys, it depends. If you have a business, you might want to think, do I want to call my channel the same way as my business? Because if you want to think ahead, right? You want to think like, okay, I want to monetize with this. I want to even maybe sell my products on YouTube to my audience. Now, if I want to do this, I might take my own name as my personal brand, if I want to create my personal brand, Or I have a business already, I take my business name as my YouTube channel. Why name? Why is that? Because I want to already, if my YouTube channel is blowing up at some point, then everybody's going to wonder who's this, and then obviously it will help you to make some more sales. But what I recommend usually is just take your original name if you don't mind, because if you're thinking of becoming a content creator or an influencer in some kind of way, then you want to, build up your personal brand. And the more people know your name, it doesn't matter what in the future you want to like sell, you want to do, because you're already known, people will just buy it. That's the same way like celebrities. I mean, what's her name? Kylie Jenner. Every time she drops a new lipstick or something, it's like sold out within few minutes. Why is that? Because she's so well known. So yeah, that's up to you, but it's not really important. Also, you can change the channel name as many times as you want. I got 2 videos going viral with 2 different languages. I try to maintain one language and spoil my channel. Which language spoiled your channel? Yeah, Lavanya, I'm not sure. Are you saying basically you then said I'm gonna follow only one language and then it didn't work? Not sure. Would you mind tackling something on TubeBuddy? Because last time you just introduced us, please. I don't have, actually myself, I don't have the paid version of it, but what if you tell me exactly what is that you need, I can or I could share my screen. Yeah, Jeannie, it's because law of attraction is something new to the Chinese community. I realized that. Like it's crazy. It's blowing up that I was thinking, should I learn Chinese and then talk about law of attraction? I thought maybe it's pretty cool because like I'm obviously not Chinese. They might be even more impressed, but I thought it will be taking too much time. But if there's anyone who is Chinese, loves law of attraction, those channels are blowing up literally. How can we include pattern interrupt in arts videos and cooking videos? Good question, Peach. So, for example, if you have, let's say that's my art, my picture, my art, I can, that's what you see, that's a trend right now on Instagram. So how many of you guys seen that people hold their, so let's say this is the picture. So they will do this and then they will be like, have anyone seen that? This is a trend right now on Instagram. So then what you do after that is you show the process of you doing the picture. That's one pattern interrupt. You can also do, just hold it inside the camera. That's another pattern. Or you put, when you create the picture, a part of it that looks very interesting, like I kind of don't know what the picture is about, but I feel like it could be very interesting. That part, you put it at the front of the video, so you kind of reveal the picture, but you're not revealing it completely. I mean, is it making sense? Then your video is like, your video shouldn't be too long. You should make sure that you speed up the video, and then you show the end results. So these kind of art videos, you want to keep them short and sweet, but you do want to show the process of you painting the picture. That's one way. Cooking, actually the same exact thing. You can put up the, hey guys, just see what I just made. You can eat, and with cooking, it's actually so cool because you can like swing your bowl, slide your bowl over the table, and then it stops right in front of the camera like that, and then you show the result of your cooking, and then you show the cooking recipe. So there's a lot of different ways to do pattern interrupts for art videos and cooking videos, and you will find also a lot of examples. You didn't mention, I hope that makes it more clear, Peach. But just look at other content creators that are doing their great pattern interrupts. You didn't mention how to fix your phone for filming, for example, from above, or when you want to film yourself moving from distance. My understanding. When I film from above, Yeah, if you film from above, you need to make sure obviously you have a tripod or something that can assist you. If you film from the distance, same thing, really. Or you mean the settings on your phone? I'm not sure. Maybe just clarify. How do you join two video into one? Oh, okay. So so I use personally Final Cut Pro. On Final Cut Pro, there is a video very easily on YouTube that tells you how to do that. But there is a function where you can, if you record from two cameras, and then you want to sync your video, it does it for you on Final Cut Pro. It would just take too much time now to show you, but it's pretty simple tool, and you can definitely find a video on YouTube saying Final Cut Pro how to edit. If you're not using Final Cut Pro, I don't know for other editing softwares really. Yeah. Is that helpful, by the way, answering these questions? Is that helpful? Yes? Are you guys learning something? Okay, beautiful. I have content on health, self-development, and relationship. Will this model work? Monday health, Wednesday self-development, and Friday relationships. That should work because you could kind of consider it as everything under personal development, kind of, or self-development. But it depends on what direction your health is going. So is it like your mental health? Is it your physical health? That depends. That's the first thing. Secondly, YouTube will pick up that one video that is going more viral or that is more attractive to your audience. Once that is done, you want to consider creating more content about that one thing. How do people manage to make this content for 30 seconds? Yeah, it's very quick, but there is so much, like on Instagram, all these videos where you just have a random video on your phone, you put something on the screen, you put a trending audio, like it does work sometimes, but it's not like that one, because like you see on Instagram so many saying like, yeah, just put a trending audio and it will go viral. No, that's not it. Like you really have to make sure that the video is also engaging, and you know, it can happen. I'm not saying it can't, but it can. But yeah, I would rather put in the effort of creating sweet, short, 30-second engaging videos. Like it can be, if it's like engaging and a lot of movement, people like that. And also, by the way, for those of you who didn't know, if you have mid-form content, you can obviously always repurpose your mid-form content. There is a website that is called getmunch.com. It's an AI tool that helps you, and it's so good. Like I think it's around $40 in a month, and it helps you to cut your video. It puts the caption for your video. It will create the best parts out of the mid-form content, and will tell you also, do you want to use it for YouTube Shorts, for Instagram, or for TikTok? And then based on what is trending the most within your niche, it will recommend 12 videos that you can use and repurpose for YouTube Shorts. So that is not, and those videos are usually 30 seconds, 27 seconds, even 22, maybe sometimes it depends on how good the retention is kept throughout the video. So can be also 35. So it depends. So then you will obviously watch the video and then you will cut the video based on that if you want to, or you can just use what they gave you because it's really, really good. How about using green screen? Yeah, always good to use. Why not if you do have it? Yeah, Shante, you will get there. Don't worry. Hi, in VIP, how do I access the private session for VIP? So there is a private session for VIP. There is a Q&A session for VIP, which we opened up for everyone. But so yeah. On YouTube, how long the video? According to my opinion, people give preference to short duration. What is your opinion? Mid-form content, we usually say, especially if you're just starting out, keep it to 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. 6 to 12 minutes really is the sweet spot. But then if you're just starting out and you learning how to keep retention, I would keep it to 6 minutes, because yes, that's true. If you have a shorter video, you make sure that maybe your watch time is higher and your average view duration is also higher. If you have shorts, like I already mentioned, around 30 seconds. How do you reduce echoes? By putting blankets on your floor. Within that saying, Facebook has a meta business that allows you to schedule out for 30 days. I use it and it really saves time. It's a great tip. Instagram now allows you to schedule your content, which is really cool. YouTube always allows you to schedule your content. So that is how you also can make sure that you keep it up with the consistency. Okay. Can I find this replay in my dashboard? Yes, you can. That I already answered that. Can I change my channel name? If yes, how can I do it? Yes, you can. So if you're on YouTube, I can show you that one. That's easy. And that's actually quite quick. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so if I'm on YouTube, can you guys see my screen? Okay, Emanuela, I hope you're listening. This question you asked. So I can go to customize channel. You guys can see my screen, yes? Okay, perfect. Customize channel, and then I can go to basic info, and then I can change my name here. You see where it says name? Just click on this, edit channel name. I can edit it, and I can also choose a different handle. Very simple, very easy actually. You mentioned YouTube doesn't like us having links in the description, so where do we put links for our product service? Yeah, so basically you want to if you're just starting out, because you kind of need to show YouTube like you're a serious content creator, you need to get some subscribers, you're providing valuable information for people, or information that is making people stay on the platform. That is something that you have to put in first before YouTube is like cool or allows you kind of to drop links without like penalizing you. So it takes some time, and it depends on how fast you actually like monetize. But doing SIA, I don't know if you're gonna join Tulika, but we're gonna share a timeline on when is the best time to then post actually your links. There's gonna be a whole timeline for that. What is your advice on posting on Facebook? I would just repurpose all my Instagram, because Instagram and Facebook is linked, right? So I would just repurpose all my Instagram, post it at the same time on Facebook, so that I don't have to create content for two platforms which are already linked. But I'm not so into Facebook really, because like the platforms that are blowing is like, and still making you the most is like YouTube, definitely is still on the number one, and then you have Instagram and TikTok. And LinkedIn is also actually pretty good at the moment, that especially like if you're looking for more serious entrepreneurs. Mona saying repeat, what exactly? Okay, what we're gonna do, ooh, wow. Okay, I have one interesting question. Would you classify exposing, am I allowed to? Okay. Would you classify exposing corruption in government, business, work from home, a part of more news, politics, activism, or podcast? I've been doing news politics, but been curious if it's the best niche. I feel like if you would create a podcast around this and post it on all other podcast platforms, it will actually work. Yeah. Yes, George, getmunch.com. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna do, guys, because some of the questions are repeating now. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take some more questions during the bonus session. Okay, so we are. Don't worry, guys. You can write down your question, and then we're gonna take more questions during the bonus session because we still have another whole session to go through for the thumbnails. So we're gonna finish here, and then we're gonna go through the thumbnails. Okay, is that okay with everyone? Yes. Was this helpful, by the way? Yes. Beautiful. Very good. Okay. So before I'm going to speak about the thumbnail, another thing I wanted to mention here. Let me go down. Another thing I want to mention here is how many of you guys remember yesterday when we talked about the mindset and the mindset of that you need and that is required, especially when you are in the public eye and creating content. How many of you guys remember that? What was the points? Can anyone tell me the points inside the chat? How you do anything is how you do everything. That's a good one, but that's not what we mentioned yesterday. Yes, feel the fear and do it anyway. Grab all opportunities. Then don't get discouraged. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Don't let the lack of resources stop you. Success loves speed. Success loves consistency. Very good, Jeannie. Thank you. How many of you guys realize that it doesn't even matter on social media, but how many of you guys ever did something in life and you allowed your doubts or your fears to stop you from achieving your goal? How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Please raise your hand nice and high for me. Thank you so much for your honesty. So this is why I feel like this thing, like mindset, this is why it's so important to have the right mindset. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Because if you go out there on social media and you have like negative comments, how would you feel if there's a negative comment? Be honest here. How would you feel? Bad, hurt, I wouldn't care much, very good. Will want to give up, discouraged, disappointed, demotivated. How would you feel if you don't see as well your subscribers number going up? You're posting content every single day or multiple times in a week. Yes, will be very demotivating, setback, frustrated, impatient, right? And do you guys think that there is a possibility that it might happen to you? That you will not, or some of you are already content creators, you're still waiting for that big number, more views, more subscribers, more followers. You know, a lot of people yesterday were like, oh, I just want to learn about content. I just want to learn about, can we just skip this and can we go into the viral hacks and how to get monetized? But a lot of people don't understand, if you don't have the right mindset, you will never reach a point to get actually monetized. Is that making sense to you guys? Yes? And actually, like, I'm just seeing Angela who's here. Hi, Angela. Namaste, Namo Himalaya. And it's quite good that she's on the call. Maybe Angela. How many of you would like it if Angela, some of you might not know, she's a manifestation coach and a mindset coach as well. How many of you think it would be pretty cool to have Angela to share some few words about mindset, and we bring her on even though she didn't, yeah, we didn't like I literally didn't know. I just saw her right now and I was like, let me just bring her on because it's so much better to get it right from her than from me because she teaches those things. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? So how many of you think it's pretty cool if I bring Angela on just for a few minutes? Is that okay with you, Angela, by the way? I didn't even ask her. Is that okay? She's like, yeah, I mean, now you already said it. Okay. So I feel like she can be really helpful because what I want you guys to understand is if that mindset is not there, you can learn so much about viral hacks, but it won't help you. So I feel like I will just pass it on to Angela. If we can just give her maybe a round of applause for her very unexpected mute. Okay, here we go.
There you go. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I just literally came in to see how you guys were doing. I actually, let me see who I've been seeing on Facebook. Talika, I've seen you on Facebook. I've seen your ahas. I've seen your videos. So first of all, thank you for inviting me. But second of all, I just want to say congratulations, everybody. Can you please give yourself a big round of applause? You've made it all the way to day number 5. It's beautiful to see you guys are putting the time and effort, and I completely agree with Sabrina, like especially going in this social media path. I don't know what to say, but let me ask you a question, guys. Why did you guys join this challenge? Can I know? Type inside the chat. What is it that you decided that you wanted to do this challenge? Why is it that you invest in 5 days of your life, about 10 hours or more? Why is it that you decided to come into this challenge? Change, okay, change for what? To learn something new, waiting for her for the next program, very good. To set up my new business, to go viral, to learn something, to grow, personal growth, beautiful. Learn about social media, very good. Belinda, nice seeing you here. Pass the message. I want to grow my YouTube, to get my voice heard, and make an impact. Very good. To step out of my comfort zone to create an impact. So, how many of you here are wanting to create some sort of impact? Type impact inside the chat. Inspire people. Me. Okay, beautiful. Now, I see that a lot of you are putting the time and effort, especially those of you who have your camera on. I can see all of you. Those of you who have not turned your camera on, you are in a viral challenge. Why is it that you have not turned on your camera on? Right? For those of you, by the way, for those of you who do not know me, like Sabrina mentioned, I work very closely with Sabrina. We work with Master Shia Karshana, which has over 3 million following. And she was mentioning something about mindset. And I just want to connect this very quickly. I don't know how many minutes I got, but I just want to share it very quickly with you guys. The impact and the mindset. Okay, so there's two things that how many of you want to go viral? Anybody here would like to go viral? The difference between you having the mindset and going into impact mode, it has to do all with the follow through. You can write this down. Mindset in impact, the thing that it has to go through is the mindset, the follow through. What does that mean? It means that number one, you need to have somebody that keeps you accountable, right? How many of you here already have some sort of social media? You're posting, give me a one inside the chat. You already have some sort of social media. You even already started, so, what do you call it? YouTube per se. Okay, beautiful. Now, for those people who have already started, let me ask you a question. What is your biggest problem when it comes to posting? What is the thing that you struggle the most when it comes to posting? Edit video, consistency, ideas, choosing the right niche. How many of you realize that the biggest problem is consistency and confidence. How many of you realize that this is the two things? Because I can guarantee you that if you know, number one, you have the confidence in yourself that what I'm sharing to the world is going to impact the world, I can guarantee you that consistency will come as follow. How many of you are understanding this? But how many of you here, and is it okay for you to be honest with me? How many of you feel that maybe there is something that is might be blocking you, and this is why you're not sharing your message? Maybe you don't have this confidence to say, you know what, this is what I want to share. And thank you for your honesty, because to be honest with all of you here, I also have a confidence issue. And you might be saying, Angela, but you're an international speaker, you have spoken and inspired so many people. But it's okay if I'm honest with all of you. Every time I go to do a video, there is so much confidence that I have to put on that I do not have. Are you guys understanding this? And every time I have this conversation with Master and our CEO, which is my spiritual master, how many of you here believe in spirituality and law of attraction? You, me, and me, or one inside the chat, right? I see some of you. And sometimes I go up to them and tell them, I have no, I don't know what to say, like in this moment. But the only thing that has helped me is number one, somebody who can help me keep accountable. Because how many of you realize, especially those people who have your social media ready and you don't post sometimes, how many of you realize that sometimes you need somebody to push your buttons to go and post something? How many of you realize this? Right? It's very important to have somebody, because the moment that you don't feel like it, anybody here has ever woken up and you don't feel like it, and you feel like, the gym, I don't feel like it. Oh, I have to record the video. Those of you who are ladies, I have to put my hair a certain way. I have to put the light in a certain way. Right? Anybody here have ever had this struggle before? Oh, do I look good? Oh, but what happened to my face? This is when you need to have a coach, somebody who can tell you, hey, this is all the step by step that you need to have, but you need to have somebody accountable. Are you guys getting this? And this is why I just want to say thank you to Sabrina, because Sabrina is going through step by step with you guys. And how many of you here have felt a little bit more of accountability? If you don't come, if you come next day and you don't post your video, you're like, oh my gosh, Sabrina's gonna notice that I didn't post my video. How many of you here have felt this already, right? So she is keeping you that accountability. But now let me ask you a question. How are you working with your confidence? How can you gain confidence being able to say, I have this confidence to put this message out? What are the things that you're doing to create this confidence? Type inside the chat. What are you doing? Practice? What else? Are you just practicing? Don't overthinking. Feel the fear, affirmations, flow. But what happens if you have a blockage? Anybody here feel that you might have a blockage? Maybe the words might not come as easy to you. Maybe you feel there is some thing that you don't feel as comfortable, right? What are you doing then? Just do it, but what if you don't feel like doing it? How many of you here have felt this? I know I'm gonna get monetization. I know I have to do it. I know this is the way that I'm. How many of you here classify yourself as a light worker? Type LW inside the chat. How many of you classify yourself as a light worker? Right? That's beautiful, because all of you classify yourself as light worker, but then the question is how you're going to actually achieve that light worker. Because what does a light worker do? Light worker is somebody who can share light, but how are you going to share light if you have not found the light within you? Are you guys understanding this? How can you spark your light with that within you and say, I'm going to share love and positivity to the world, but you decide to do it on your own? Anybody knows what I'm talking about here? How many of you here are saying, Yeah, I think Sabrina did an opportunity yesterday. How many of you took this opportunity, by the way? Yes, I see Maisha. Beautiful. How many of you believe in manifestation, by the way? How many of you believe that you have manifested the opportunity to be here, to be able to learn, to be able to make an impact? But this is something that we always teach our students. Is just because you manifested an opportunity, listen carefully, that doesn't mean that you have claimed your manifestation. And I'm going to repeat that one more time. Just because you manifested an opportunity doesn't mean that you have claimed your manifestation. How many of you want to manifest money or abundance? Anybody here wants to manifest money or abundance in your life? And has it ever happened to you that you start seeing all luxurious stuff? Oh, a Ferrari. Oh, I look at that. Oh, money here. Oh, money there. Anybody here have ever had this before? And then you keep asking to God and the universe and whatever you believe, but how come I am not even, why is that Ferrari not in my parking garage? Or why is that not $1 million into my bank account? Anybody here have ever got this before? The problem is, and please make sure to write this down, is because you have not taken the necessary action to claim that manifestation. Do you guys remember how many videos Master used to do before he went viral on social media? The first few months, a lot of them. I don't even know how many. But after he got how many coaches? Two coaches, I think Sabrina was sharing yesterday. He went viral, yes or yes. And after some time, now he is able to impact millions of lives, share love and positivity. Now, my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Are you actually serious about becoming viral and being an influencer? Answer me. Are you guys serious about actually going viral, becoming a YouTuber, becoming an influence? Because I don't know about you, but there's so many things happening right now in the world. How many of you realize this? There is so much negativity that is happening out in the world. Are you guys understanding this? But you guys, right now, listen to this, you guys have a responsibility. And why you have so much responsibility is because you have become aware of this tool. Are you guys getting this? You have realized that there is a power behind this viral video challenge. Yes or yes? There is some power and there is responsibility in each one of you. And I want you to realize this because I know for this challenge, hundreds of people signed up, if not thousands. And for those of you who believe in manifestation and the universe, do you believe that this is just a coincidence? Yes or no? To be listening to me, I mean, I usually come never I came yesterday because I wanted to see what is it Sabrina was doing because a lot of you went to Facebook. So I'm like, let me come in and see what she's doing. And then I'm like, oh, today is the last day. Let me go and see how they're holding up. But if you don't believe that this is just a coincidence and this is a universe sending you a message, then the question to you is, what are you going to do about when you finish this 5-day burial challenge? Are you going to go back and say, yeah, I'll do it later. Yeah, we'll post that later. Yeah, we'll keep doing it on my own. How many of you here have tried many YouTube videos before? How to go viral? Anybody here has gone through YouTube? How many loads of information has come your way? Yes or yes? And how many of you have gone through one video, two videos, three videos, four videos, five videos, six videos, seven videos? Next thing you notice, you have invested over 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, and you have got nothing out of those videos. Anybody here have seen that before? Now, you have manifested an opportunity to get a training where it can give you step-by-step guidance, how to become viral, invest the same amount that you have probably invested in YouTube going roundabout, 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 and then you don't take the opportunity. Are you guys understanding this? And now the universe is thinking, okay, you want to be an influencer, you want to impact the world, you want to make millions impacting the world, right? How many of you like this one? Impacting, making an income, type I inside the chat. You have manifested, you've gotten this. But then when the opportunity comes, you said, it's not for me. I don't have the money. Maybe I'll just do it next year. Actually, I should wait. Anybody here have said that to yourself in the last 24 hours? Anybody here have lost an opportunity before? Raise your hand and high for me. And when you have lost that opportunity, anybody here has said, I should have gotten that opportunity at that time? Anybody? And how do you feel about letting go of that opportunity? I wish I would have taken that opportunity. Are you guys understanding this? So then now you have a bigger responsibility, because I believe that each one of you are responsible to be able to, yes, Levine, to put God mode on and go full in. And those of you who are going to SIA, please give yourself a big round of applause, because I want to acknowledge each one of you who are going to it. Because you are showing the universe that you are preparing yourself to become that successful person that you are wanting to be. Because what is SIA going to do to you is going to give, number one, accountability, and it's going to give you that consistency and that confidence. How do you get confidence? Please make sure to write this down. You get confidence through practice, and you get confidence through knowledge, right? And how many of you here have learned something during the last 5 days? How many of you have got like, oh my God, this is how it actually works? And how many of you realize that there's so much knowledge yet to be shared by Sabrina? I mean, I don't know about you, and I don't know if you remember, but I think Sabrina shared with you guys, and if she didn't, Master has over 3 YouTube channels now. Are you guys understanding this? He has been able to monetize all of these 3 YouTube channels. And why Sabrina is a perfect fit for you guys is because how many of you realize that she was with Master when Master was monetizing over $30,000 and $50,000, in which make it like, I don't know, like 200K a year. So how many of you realize that the best person to learn from this is Sabrina, because she knows the behind the scenes? Are you guys understanding this? So then my question is, are you going to keep learning from people that you don't know if they have the results? Or are you going to go and invest in shortcuts to be able to get there faster? Are you guys understanding this? Because I don't know about you, but how many of you realize that we have a very, very, very limited time on this earth? I don't know when is your expiration date. I don't know when is my expiration date. All I know is that if I don't do something today and I keep wasting my time, how many of you here sometimes, be honest with me, waste your time? You go from one place to another place, from one video to another video, trying to gather all of this information, when in reality you have the solution, you have manifested the opportunity, yet at the same time you said, no, this is not for me. And I just want to say thank you, Sabrina, for allowing me, because for me it's very important, especially here in I Am Bears. We're doing something very beautiful. And I think SIA and the work that Sabrina is doing is amazing, because she is building up people to become leaders and to shine their light in this world. Are you guys understanding this? And there's going to be a lot of you that this message is going to go through this ear and it's going to live through that other ear. There's a lot of you who will disregard my share today, and will disregard Sabrina's teaching because either you might not have the money, because either you might think that you can learn this information other place, which maybe you could, but there will be some other that, just like Christine Chang, just like Tim Han, just like Lucy, you're gonna get this knowledge, you're gonna apply it, and you're gonna change your life completely. Now, my question is, which person are you gonna be? Are you gonna be that person that is gonna make it happen person? That you're gonna do whatever it takes because you are gonna make that thing happen? Because how many of you here want to be successful in this life? Anybody here would like to be successful? Give me a smile of success. Let me ask you a question. How do you define success? Type it inside the chat. If you were to say, I am successful, how would you define success? What would you be that thing that you say, I'm finally successful? What do you say? I am worthy? Having time freedom to help more people to get time freedom, change life, financial freedom, be enough, in tune. When I'm able to help someone, complete happiness. Thank you. You guys want to know how I will define success? I will define success when I'm able to provide the loved ones, my loved ones, the money and the time for them to do their own things. And Sabrina was sharing something very beautiful. And I don't think many of you recognize this. She has now the opportunity to bring her mom to Dubai, go to her mom's country. Not even that, support her family in her country. Can everybody realize how powerful this is? Because I don't know about you, but this is success. Being able to help your loved ones. That for me is success. And so my question to you is, if you truly want to be successful, whatever that means to you, then what are going to be the actions that you're going to take after this challenge? Are you guys understanding this? And actually, Sabrina, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to do it because I think it's just a good thing to do. Because how many of you here would like to, I don't know, how many of you here have some fears? How many of you here lack some self-confidence? How many of you here would like to get more aligned with your message? Type me inside the chat. If you would like to get fears to get over, blockages to be removed, increase your self-confidence. Beautiful. Okay, amazing. So I don't think we have ever done this before, but because I've been taught and I've seen from Master Shri Akarshana, is that we always need to help and give people. Help as much as we can. So how many of you here know about manifesting miracles? Anybody here knows about manifesting miracles? Yes. How many of you are coming to manifesting miracles? Type MM inside the chat. Gold ticket. Very good, Levine. So for those of you who do not know about manifesting miracles, it's a 3-day event, okay, where Master Shri Akarshana himself helps you to reprogram your mind to overcome any limiting beliefs. How many of you realize you have some limiting beliefs here and there? Right? And how many of you think that it will be very powerful that not only you go to SIA with Sabrina, you learn the techniques, you learn the viral hacks, you learn everything that you need to do. But how many of you think that it will be very powerful, nice, that you also get to train with Master to remove your limiting beliefs, to overcome fears, and to gain confidence? How many of you will like that, by the way? I don't think you like it. You want it. I see your energy and you're like, yeah, I think I will like it. Show the universe that you want it. claim the universe, that universe, you've given me the opportunity to come to an event, not only to learn about the viral hacks, but at the same time going to manifest the miracles. How many of you would like to get the best of both worlds? Show me, give me a wiggle, give me a smile, right? And so what I want to do, I don't know, Sabrina, if this is okay with you, but I would like to help everybody, especially the people who have registered for yesterday's opportunity. Is it okay if I gift you a Manifest a Miracle tickets for free? Is that okay? Can I do that? How many of you will like that? I mean, I think Sabrina is the only excited about this, right? Because I
What
want you
just
guys.
happened?
I mean, you brought me on. I cannot not leave without giving anything.
Thank you, Angela. Wow, this is huge.
So I want to gift you this, but for the people who actually is committing themselves to be serious about it. Is that okay? How many of you are committed to take that opportunity to make it yours? Because let me tell you something, I can guarantee you, if you put the time, the effort, if you invest your full energy into this, just like how Master has done it, and so many other people have done it, do you believe, and this is your belief, do you believe you will accomplish it? Yes or no? If you have the right mentors, if you have the right tool, the techniques, if you have the right mindset, and this is why I want to gift you this ticket for this event, because this will help you with this, with your alignment, with your confidence, so you can skyrocket that YouTube channel. Is that okay for everybody? Can we do that? So I don't know how it works, Sabrina. I think you need to explain, because I want to give the opportunity for those who are committed for their YouTube channel, for their success. Is that okay for everybody? Yes. So I don't know if I extended my time, but I hope that you guys really claim your manifestation. It is a beautiful 3-day journey that we invest with Master in manifesting miracles. It will give you all the allow to, remove the blockages that you might have, increase your confidence. And if some of you maybe already have the manifested miracles and you have the SIA, I don't know how that word works, Sabrina, but if I were you, if I already have registered and I have an extra ticket, how many of you realize that it will be much better to bring a friend or a family member next to me? How many of you realize this? So if you have already registered for Manifested Miracles, bring your family, bring your loved one. That is also good for them to reprogram their mind. Does that make sense? So I hope that you guys have amazing time with Sabrina, that you guys finish strong. And yeah, thank you, Sabrina. I don't know. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
I
you
hope
so much. Can we
that
please
you
give
guys
Angela a big round of applause?
thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Angela.
So
Wow. I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, I mean, she didn't have to do this, like I literally just saw her on this call and I was like talking about mindset. I'm like, who's better? I'm like, let me just bring her on. And she didn't have to do this, but out of the goodness of her heart, she's like, I see people who are committed and I want to give them an opportunity. So for that, thank you so much, Angela. I really appreciate that. Yeah, everybody just show your love inside the chat for Angela, really. How many of you guys have learned something that she was just sharing and feel like this is very powerful, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, okay, I wasn't planning on like doing anything today, so I'm like, okay, let me just figure this out, but I think this is amazing. So I'm just going to explain a little bit about that and then we can go into the next session. But thank you so much, Angela, for being here and for just sharing a little bit of your time. And we all know how busy you are. So that it means a lot that you were just put on the spot. So thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay. I just have to digest. Do you guys understand what this means? I think some of you don't understand what this means. That means, okay, those of you who went for yesterday's opportunity yesterday, for the SIA VIP opportunity, and obviously also for as if you platinum, you will receive the gold ticket just like that. Like she just did that out of the goodness of her heart. So yeah, I mean, I'm a bit shocked because I didn't expect her to do that. I think it's amazing. That means you literally just invest into one and you get the best of two events. Are you guys understanding this? So, what I just wanted to say, for those of you, I know some of you went for the first option, right? Okay, I'm going to just write it down here so you guys have a better understanding. You went for the first step. Okay, some of you went for the first step. The first step was the SIA Day 1 Foundation. Okay, that means you will receive the Day 1 recordings of the past SIA. You're not yet part of SIA, of attending next event. So some of you kind of committed, but you didn't fully commit it. Okay, for those of you who went for VIP, you will get the actual ticket now on top, like just like that. I mean, it's crazy. So I know and I've seen that some of you inside the chat said, I'm in, I want this. Or you guys weren't able to hear from yesterday's opportunity, or you weren't here. And some of you would want to come to SIA and do this and have that opportunity. I wasn't planning on thinking that because the platinum option is already gone. The spots are filled. We still have some VIP spots left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the team to put the link inside the chat in a moment. Okay, so in a moment, there will be a link inside the chat. But for everyone here to understand this, if you go for the VIP option where you will receive the full SIA event, 30 days, 30 hours, different speakers, viral hacks, going through it step by step with you, and also now the manifesting miracles on top, then you have to go for VIP, okay? If for whatever reason, I know some of you went for the first option, but you didn't go to the second one. If there's anyone here who says, I want to go VIP now because I can get the best of both worlds, go to two events with just investing into one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the team to reach out to these people. So what you have to do, if the link is being dropped, you have to fill out the first page again with the contact details so that the team can reach out to you. Is everybody clear on that? Yes? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the team to drop the link right now. So you will see the link inside the chat right now. What you can do, as I was not planning to do this, you can now fully go for the VIP option. Again, if you go for the VIP option, out of Angela's kindness, yeah, you get another event here at Ironverse, Manifesting Miracles, which is a huge event as well. So having SIA and Manifesting Miracles, one event teaching you about all the hacks, the other one teaching you about mindset, manifestation, how to attract things. So I think this is exciting. This is a wonderful opportunity for everyone. So yeah, it's really up to you. The link, as I said, is inside the chat now. Click on the link, fill out both pages. Okay, for everybody to be clear, the first step is the SIA Day 1 Foundation, where you receive the recordings of the last SIA. You're not part of SIA if you only fill out the first page. The second step, when you then go for VIP, then you get the VIP package. Okay, so and the Manifesting Miracles ticket. So just to make it clear, for those of you who already went for the first option, obviously those of you who are platinum will also receive the gold ticket, so don't worry. Okay, those of you who went platinum, you also received the ticket. If you went for this yesterday only, the first step yesterday, and you want to go for VIP now, then the team will reach out to you, okay? But other than that, guys, as I was not planning to do this, yeah, you know, it's here for you. It's here to jump through the opportunity portal. Angela literally just opened up another opportunity portal for people, literally. So it's up to you if you jump through it. How many of you guys jump through it and are ready to do it and are ready? I'm going to see at SIA and Angela's going to see it at Manifesting Miracles. Beautiful. For those of you who did, I just want to say congratulations. It's a huge, huge, huge gift. I think we never literally did that before, like literally not. So yeah, but what we're gonna do, we still have a whole segment to go through, right? So are you guys excited for that segment? Are you guys ready for the thumbnail session? Yes. Very good. So everybody, please, before we do that, take a deep inhale and a gentle exhale. Very good. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about thumbnails, yes? So it's the last final stretch. So make sure winners run through the finish line, okay? So we wanna create what? We wanna make sure we create attention-grabbing thumbnail that can get the click. Is that making sense, yes? That's what we all want, yes? Okay, now, what we have to look at with the exact same thing as videos or titles is what kind of niche are you in? Because if we have a look at, for example, let me share my screen with you guys. If we have a look at someone like Casey Neistat, how many of you guys know Casey Neistat? You know, no, he's a huge vlogger, huge, really, on YouTube. Casey, here we go. That's him. 12.6 million subscribers. And as you guys can see, he's doing vlogs, and his style is like, on his videos, he doesn't have a lot of words, not any emoji. It's just a photo, but it's like a highly edited picture, usually, okay? To make it more stand out. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? Yes? I know him very good. Okay? So if you're doing any, like, let's say your niche is photography, you're doing photography, you want to make sure your thumbnails are very sleek and sharp. Okay? So when you are creating thumbnails, you want to make sure that, okay, which niche am I in? And you want to model the people as well. The same like you modeling a video, you trend hacking. You guys remember, yes? You trend hacking, you modeling content. So you want to make sure that you are creating also the same kind of thumbnails as those same people, okay, that you're modeling from. So when I have to create a thumbnail, or when I used to create a thumbnail for Master or for myself, what I would do, first of all, you can, when you are finishing recording a video, take a picture of you. That's one option. Okay. Now the second option is you can also just screenshot from your video. Is that making sense? So then you don't actually have to take a picture, or if you just forget sometimes. So if you have a picture, okay, that you can use to edit and make it like look really nice and sharp. Let me just find a picture really quickly for you guys. Okay, I found a picture of me, okay? So what I will do, what I use Lightroom, okay? I don't know if you guys have heard of Lightroom before. It's a really nice, really nice tool to have, but you can also use Canva, but I feel like Lightroom, that's actually usually what most of YouTubers, content creators do use to create like nice thumbnails, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop my picture onto Lightroom. Oh no. No, I just want this picture, okay. Can you share the screen? Yes, I can share the screen. Okay, let me share the screen with you guys. Just 1 second. No, this picture is not really nice to use. That's what I want. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Yes? Okay, this is the picture, okay? First of all, I want to make sure this picture, it looks a little bit like, what is she doing? It's like already grabbing people's attention without me doing much. Because I'm like looking a bit funky. So sometimes like if you do just weird stuff, like literally like sometimes when we take thumbnail picture with Master, he's like just doing some weird stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing, Master? And he's like, yeah, it works. Like people are just attracted to it, so it's quite funny. So sometimes weird stuff really works. Okay. So now what I want to do first, I'm here right now, as I said, on Lightroom. What I do first, I put up the clarity. Okay. I put up the clarity just to make it a little bit more defined, make it more pop up. But do you guys see, if I pull up the clarity at the same time, you will see there's like some white and black that looks a little bit strange. Do you guys see that? Okay, so in order to smooth that out, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to noise reduction. So you guys make sure you write these steps down, okay? Because some of those functions you also have on Canva if you might not have Lightroom. I don't think you have noise reduction on there, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm gonna drag it, smooth it out a little bit with the noise reduction. So do you guys see then the difference? Do you see that? Yes? So I'm going to smooth it a little bit out. Okay, like this. Now, I feel like it looks a bit too wide. There's too much light going on. Okay. So I can drop down. I go up here. I can drop down here white parts. Okay. So then what I also I like to just put up a little bit more of contrast so it pops a little bit more. Do you guys see that? How it gets more defined? If the picture looks more high quality, but again, it depends on what you niche you are. But usually high quality looks very professional, pops out, colors, is attention grabbing. So then I drag that out here a little bit more. No, put exposure a bit down. Okay. Put a little bit more of texture. Then I go to texture, just make it a bit like in this. Okay. Noise reduction. Okay. So now you want to make sure it's been actually YouTube tested by the way by YouTube. The brighter the image is, the more clicks it gets. Okay, that's a general rule. Okay, it's not always, but the thumbnail, it just looks more brighter, then people are just click more. So you want to make sure also you use like light colors in the background and stuff like that if possible. Okay. And this is, by the way, this is a picture that was taken after I recorded the video. Okay. Now what I do is I have two options. Okay. What I want to show you, so I will obviously save this picture. Okay, I'll save this picture. Beautiful. Export. Okay, now it's exported. What I will do next is I then have the option to edit it on Keynote. Okay, I just want to show you this, guys. So I can open up my Keynote. No. Sometimes technology and me. Okay. It just takes a little bit of time to open. How many softwares? I'm gonna show you Keynote. I know a lot of people don't have Keynote. Okay. So it depends. I will also show you Canva. Okay. So what I can do on Keynote now, you guys will see. I'll share my screen with you. Don't worry. Because I wanted, this was my edit for the picture to make it more, because I saw Tolika's question. This was my edit for the picture. I want to make sure that it's popping out more. The quality that you guys will see, the before and after is much different. Okay, then what I'm at now is Keynote. What does that make me? This is the way. How many of you guys remember when I said your thumbnail is more important than your video? How many of you guys remember that? How many of you guys also remember that usually for us, doing the video, recording the video, and then actually editing the video is taking less time than actually creating the thumbnail? How many of you guys remember that? Because we like to save time, what did we do? We made sure that we have all the thumbnails, and then what we can do, we can just move the person around, move this around, so then you don't have to anymore create so many different thumbnails every single time. You can just put this new picture. You guys understand what I'm saying here? Yes. So we have all these templates. You guys can see so many templates here on the side that we use, that we can use. So that is one way of creating your thumbnail. So I can now insert my picture here, and then I could create my thumbnail. But I'm going to show you guys on Canva because most people don't have Keynote. I just want to show you that there is an option to obviously do that on here, and you guys can see. So you can just, the cool thing about this is you can have different styles. Okay, so but this actually, by the way, this was designed by the creative department team. Okay, so let me just share my screen on Canva so I can show you the rest of the thumbnail edit. Okay. So what I want to do, I go to thumbnails. Okay. And then I will upload my picture that I just edited onto Canva. Let me share my screen. You guys can see my screen, yes? Please, no WhatsApp groups. Please don't put any links inside the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so I put the what is this? You guys see this? Master. That's why it's new Chinese channel. Because this is the Ironverse account. This is the Ironverse account, so everybody use it, like, you know, and drops their pictures on there. So it's quite funny sometimes, what kind of pictures we see. Oh my God, Godsinger, yes. I think Godsinger or maybe the one with Christine Chang. It's funny. Anyway, okay. Um, what I can do now is I can just copy this one, okay, and then I will insert my picture. Did you guys see that? I can insert my picture. Then what I can do is I can just slide it, because even on Canva we have templates, okay? Even on Canva we have templates that we can use very easily, okay? So what I will do, how many of you guys have seen, especially now, let me just copy this. Oh no, actually, let me just create a new page. Okay. Especially now, people are like highlighting the parts of them. How many of you guys seen it? So I make it bigger so it fits the thing. Okay, so how do you do that is by very simply, let me just put it in the middle. Very simply, just you click edit and then you go into background remover. Okay. And then once I click on the background remover, I can go to shadows. This is on Canva, by the way, yes. I can click onto glow. And then how many of you guys seen that a lot of people are using this white outline? So I can go up to white and then I can blur amount, size. You won't see it obviously because there's a white background now. And then put the intensity. Then I will take this picture, put it up here. Oh, it didn't change the white. 1 second. There we go. We'll do it again. It's okay. So up, blur amount out, bigger, and then the intensity up. Okay, do you guys see this? Now I have this white outline. Then what I do, I have this picture, which I will make bigger. Okay. Oops. And then I will drop this one on top of this one. And now I have the white outline. Do you guys see this? Right? And this helps you to make it also pop. You will see, especially within the niche of like people speaking to the camera, this is working. Like I think Logan Paul and started with this, and then a lot of people adopted it. So when you are on YouTube, you will see that almost everybody is doing this. It's just working as of now. So then what I can do here now, I can just, obviously because I have these templates, which are really helpful, I go to position, I make sure that I can put this to backward, add these things here, okay. So I will remove master, 1 second. Bye. And then I can just use this. Let me just do this here, put this here. I would remove Master Kashna because I'm not Master Shriya Kashna. And then I can put this on top. And then after I did that, okay, after I did that, now obviously I will adjust a little bit the size of this because I feel like it's a bit too big for my picture. And then adjust the size of these. Okay, so I make sure I have a thumbnail that is, let me adjust this a little bit. Okay, I'll make sure I have a thumbnail that is attention grabbing in a way of, don't like this. Okay, so as you guys can see, I will play around as well. That has readable stuff. So what does that mean? Okay, it should be readable. Don't put like a lot of things on your thumbnail. If people can't read it, they will drop off. That happens, they will never click on the video in the first place. Okay, that's the one thing. Then you want to have keywords. What are keywords? Can anyone give me examples of keywords that can be on your thumbnail to make people click? For example, must avoid. Works fast, very good. Secrets, very good. What else? Can you guys think of more? 3 things to avoid. For the thumbnail, you have mistakes. This one. Yeah, must avoid. Don't do top 10. Don't do this 3 tips. 3 tips is too, it's not really 3 tips of what, you know? Don't ever do this, do this, yes. Don't ever do this, do this. Exactly. Or having numbers. Numbers helps really a lot, okay? All of these things is to make sure this, I don't like the alignment of this one. Okay, I'll change it a bit. Just up, just up. Okay. Position. Okay. But you see, I have something that says must avoid. Obviously, my title is going to be something like probably 3 things you shouldn't do if you want to find your soulmate or something like that, you know? And then it's just like it's a weird kind of pose. I'm looking straight in the camera, I'm not really sure. So as you guys can see, even here it shows like having a lot of color, but it's not overcrowded. Can you guys see that? Like, it's the main points are there. You have 48 hours, bum, bum, bum. 5 things you need to know, right? Colorful. That helps a lot. So I can now take these things and I could obviously add them to my thumbnail, right? And all these thumbnails were created. You are being tested. Don't ignore this one. This is a little bit more simple. So this is the way, especially if you're speaking to the camera, you want to create, and how you can easily create thumbnails in the most fastest way if you have those kind of templates already, okay? So I hope this was helpful for everyone, but what I would do, by the way, one step I haven't done. After I'm finished with that, I will actually download this. What you guys should remember to do, if you're downloading this, okay, you want to make sure that once you upload it to YouTube, this thumbnail, how many of you guys seen this file name would be now MSA thumbnail Sabrina, right? But the file name should be the video title or the video title. So when I download it, I make sure that before I upload it to YouTube, I change the title, the file name of my thumbnail. Is that making sense? Yes? Is that clear to everyone? Because it helps with relevance. It helps with adding up points. Your channel is very congruent. Okay. So I hope then once I download this video, this thumbnail, I will then actually go back to Lightroom and just do a little bit of just making sure it pops even more. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen. Okay, so I will put this into Lightroom back, usually, and then I will go. Oh no, it was added as video. Okay, 1 second. I downloaded it as a video. That's why probably I said video. I was like, nope, it's supposed to be a picture. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, Cami, thank you. It's not supposed to be a MP4. I'm like, why is it? Okay, cool. It's fine. We have it now. Okay, the title of the thing was 5 relationships, red flags you should never ignore. So the thumbnail fits a good. Why can I not see you guys anymore? Okay. Okay. All right, here we are. We got it now. So I'm gonna go back to Lightroom. I like to go back to Lightroom and just see how I can like maybe make it pop a little bit more. So I will go again over clarity. I will go again, basically doing the same exact steps, just with the color now, just to make it pop a little bit even more. I like to do that. And I see. Then I put the whites down, bit, put the blacks up, put the contrast up, highlights a bit down. Not so much. I like to do that just to give it another like pop, but that would be like the very fastest way to create a thumbnail based on your thing. But you want to make sure, guys, that you keep it readable. I feel that's something I see my YouTube students do it over and over again. They put like stuff on their thumbnail and then here's something and here's something and here's something and like you get overwhelmed by that. So I hope these tips were helpful, by the way. If you, as I said already, if you want to save time, you want to make like a go-to setup, go-to set a thumbnail basically, and post that you have. For example, what we have here as well, we have on Keynote. That's so cool. We have even on for Instagram, like we have this for Instagram as well that we use, which is pretty cool. Do you guys see that? So then it just has to change it every time you feel like it. This is masters. So this is a nice way. Here again, you can just move things. You can move things here around. So on Keynote, this is very helpful to just have like your Instagram templates basically. So I would recommend everyone here to have like a go-to kind of way of creating your content. That will also help you with your branding. Is that making sense? Because people see every single time the same thing. Guess what? They will always know, oh, that's Melinda, right? So I would, yes, someone is asking, would I use the same brand colors? Definitely. Like if I have a brand already, if I want to build a brand, I should think about my brand colors and then use them on YouTube, on Instagram. You will see for master, it's usually kind of like we use yellow a lot, right? Yellow, orange, blue. Blue is actually more Ironverse. Orange is also actually more Ironverse, or the old colors of Ironverse. So yeah. So make sure to do that. It will help you. By the way, I want to just say, I feel like after Angela was so generous and was giving out the whole Manifesting Miracles gold ticket on top, what I want to do for everyone, because, you know, and again, we don't have to do these things, but we are here because we really want to help. So I'm going to give those people that went platinum or VIP the thumbnail templates on top of master. So those of you who went VIP for SIA for the upcoming event and you secured your ticket because you showed action and you want to do a change, you want to start posting content, you want to start impacting people positively, I will gift you the Master Shreya Kashner thumbnail template. What does that mean for you? You only have to insert, just like I did right now, insert my picture, change a little bit here and there. That's it. Takes you 5 minutes instead of taking you an hour. What if you joined before this challenge, Livy? For what? For SIA? Okay. So yeah, thumbnail templates was not in there already for YouTube for platinum or something. That's not what we do. So I want to gift it to everyone. So yeah, I mean, maybe the team can drop the link one more time if there's still anyone who's actually like, okay, this is. I mean, if there's anyone who's still like, I'm not gonna go for it, like, honestly, like, I can't help you at this point. Like, it's you then, because like we gave everything we can, and like it's on you. Because if you're still saying I'm not going for this opportunity because A, B, C, and I don't know what, and I don't know what, and it's really you. Because we are here to help. Generally, we want people to have, especially if people have a positive message for people and want to help more people. That's because we are all about that. We always say leaders create leaders. So, you know, if there's anyone still who wants to join the team, just drop the link inside the chat. Okay, I don't know what else we can do. I mean, it's a whole VIP. You get the thumbnail templates. You get gold ticket now even, like. So Shania, you can see that the link is right there. If you click on the link, sign up. Even if there's someone, let me tell you something. If there's someone here who's like, I don't know how to do it. I really don't have the money. Just talk to the team. You can sign up. You can just fill out the details. Talk to the team. They are here to help. If you didn't get it by now, then I don't know what to do. You know, but you know, it's only those that are serious about this journey. It's only those that are like completely like, okay, I'm seeing this as my opportunity now. I'm not gonna wait any longer. Like, that's up to you, really. You know, we can't do that for you. You have to take the last step for yourself, really. You know, if that's making sense. So yeah, but I know that the thumbnail part was a bit short because we can't run through it all during the session. So what we're gonna do during the full SIA event, where we obviously have more time. Okay, I promise we have 30 hours together. Okay, we can go through the whole process, and we're gonna have another thumbnail session during SIA. So those of you I'm going to see during SIA, I'm super excited, and congratulations again. I'm very, very looking forward to seeing you and work with you for 30 hours and just share your energies. The dates are the 8th of March. So already in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, I think, 8th of March until the 10th of March, okay? So I'm gonna see you very soon. Make sure that you guys, anyone here, those of you who are not coming, those of you who are coming, work with whatever you have learned here and received here during this 5 days. Because especially for those that are coming to SIA, let me tell you something. If you are more decisive on the niche you're gonna go in, you know the style, the thumbnails, and how you are going about it, and you are more clear on your channel, and even maybe already set up your channel, the more we can go into deeper and advanced learnings. That is making sense for everyone. Yes. So that's why use this. Don't just go back home, please. Okay. Or turn off your laptop or your phone, and then anything you learned here, you're just going to be like, okay, bye. No, don't do that. You know, use what you have, because there's a saying that says knowledge is power, but it's wrong, because implemented knowledge is power. Is that making sense? So if you don't implement what you've learned, and it's like Angela said, you manifested this opportunity, but it's about claiming the opportunity. What does it mean to claim the opportunity? It's about taking action, taking the next step. So make sure to do that, because you just spend 5 full days. You know that you want to do it. You know, inside, something inside of you, I know and I understand, guys, that, you know, and let me be honest here. Also me, I struggle a lot with, I want to put out myself there. I tell you what, when I go on stage, before I go on stage, I'm backstage and shitting my pants, okay? I'm like, oh no, why did I decide to do this? Why again? What is happening? No. And I'm like I can't go back now. Like, I mean, people are waiting. They expect me to come out. Let me tell you, Like honestly, like so many times I cried. Oh my God, I'm known as a crybaby here. So many times I cried. I was like, no, Master, I can't do it. No, no, please, no, no. Please, can you do the call for me, please? So many times, you know. Videos, same thing. I was like, ah, nah, nah. I don't like this about me. I don't like this about me. Like, but something, and that's the thing. And I feel like every single one of you, those who hear me right now, those who have their camera off, those who have their camera on, let me tell you something. Every single one of you, there is something within you, whether it's very small or big, that is telling you that you want to have a greater impact. Some of you might not believe it. Some of you think, I was just here because I thought it might be a little bit fun. I'm trolling inside the chat. Even you, and I know who you are, by the way. Even you, like there is something like you want to have a greater impact in this world. You want to do something. Like those of you who are already creating content, this should be a sign. This should be like a motivation. This should be your way to become disciplined when it comes to creating content, to learning new skills. Those of you who are just beginning and like that, for taking those first steps, take what you've learned, use it, implement it, and guess what? How many of you guys think that with time, you're gonna get better? If you practice, not only with time, but if you practice actually, you are going to get better. Let me tell you, because I didn't speak like this a few years ago. I didn't present myself a few years ago like this in front of camera. Believe me, oh my God, I would record Emma show with Master and I would stutter and didn't know what to say. Like I wouldn't even listen to him because I'm already thinking about my next line. I'm here doing a show with him, being recorded, and then I'm asking him a question. I'm not listening to one word that is coming out of his mouth, and I'm just like, what are we going to say next? And I'm trying to hold on to one sentence that he's mentioning so that at least what I'm going to say next is making sense. And it's funny because one time he literally said to me while we were recording the show, he's like, yeah, you're thinking right now of your next line, right? So you're not present right now. I'm like, why does he know? Like that was, yeah, and with time, now I'm doing the Emma shows. Like, let me tell you, I'm just going up there and I'm like, woo, and having a full-on conversation with him. I'm enjoying myself. Like it just became kind of natural. But it didn't just happen overnight, and it also didn't happen without me practicing. Let me tell you that. And it didn't happen without me taking action. I took action, I learned, I practiced, I got a coach, I got a mentor. I've learned from someone who has been doing it already. I've implemented the things that I've been told. I was coachable. That is the difference. And that is where I want you to have that mindset, because I don't want you to come to 5 days and then just not doing anything, because that is literally you wasting your time. So yeah, I just felt like sharing this, and I really hope that all of you are going to go out there, going to shine your light. I feel like what Angela was saying was very touching. The fact that everyone here has different reasons why you want to do what you want to do and why you want to reach the goals you want to reach, and whether it's you wanting to take care of your family, or you want to just have an impact, or you want to help people, but I feel like that one thing that a lot of people have that in common, I want to take care of other people. It's not even so much about yourself that you think first. And that is something so beautiful. If you have that intention within you, then what are you going to do in order to get there? And it can be for yourself, and it should be also for yourself, because along the way, I tell you what, if you don't have the intention that it's for yourself, and you like in your mind, it's like, I'm just here because I want to make sure I can take care of my mother, I can take care of my family. I have so many family members that are still based in like not so well educated countries, like all of these thoughts. When you go with that intent, let me tell you what, you are being blessed by the universe so many times you don't even realize, because throughout the journey you are actually getting so much out of it. And with that intent, if so many of you guys have that intent, if so many of you guys want to make a change, then what are you going to do for it? And I want you guys to remember this. I want you guys to remember your why. I want you guys to remember why you were here in the first place. I want you guys to not think that was just I'm just gonna come and it's just 5 days and I'm gonna enjoy myself. No, but actually do something with it and take the action and shine your light, like literally, like don't allow anyone to, don't allow your own mind to stop you from that. It's not even other people usually, it's your own beliefs. Like I know I have so many thoughts that are not true about myself, and I have people around me that tell me differently. They tell me, you're amazing, you're great, and I know a lot of you who are part of the I Amverse community. I know a lot of people within the I Amverse community tell you that you're amazing, that you're great. I see a lot of comments inside the chat. When someone is speaking at a certain event, people are like, wow, wow, wow. And then it's your own thoughts that are like, am I good enough? Can I do it? Don't allow your own thoughts, your own limiting beliefs, and your doubts to stop you. Because you're going to look back, I don't know, 60, 50, 70, whatever years from now, and you're going to regret only the things you didn't do. So make your life exceptional, especially if you are working on helping other people in this world. That's the best thing ever. So thank you guys so much for all your wonderful energies. Thank you for allowing me to share my energy with you. I really truly feel very much I'm very grateful for that, for being given this opportunity. Thank you for your smile, for your joy, for your kindness, for everything. I really do hope and trust you guys gonna take this and gonna put some work into this. That would be the best gift you can do. Like for me personally, that would be the best gift. If I can see a lot of your faces on YouTube or social media and you're doing your thing, I'm gonna be your biggest fan, like literally, like out of the bottom of my heart, I mean it. But yeah, thank you for that. And thank you for the 5 days. And I will be seeing you guys on the bonus session. It's not a goodbye. It's not a thing. I just get very emotional, especially when I spend 5 days with so many of you. And just take those words, please. I hope this is landing. I don't know. I hope it's landing. I really do. But thank you. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for an amazing 5 days. Thank you for your smiles. Thank you for the dances. Thank you for Angela. Thank you for the team. Without the team, this couldn't be possible as well. So yeah, and those that I'm gonna see in 2 weeks for SIA, it's gonna be a party. Let me tell you, it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, I can't stop smiling, so I'm gonna go before this is gonna start hurting. But I love you so much, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You guys are amazing. You're light workers. Shine your light, okay? Thank you. Namaste, Namo Himalaya. See you on Wednesday. Don't remember, bonus session, okay?